This is the important application of Gauss law. Application 2. This is the application of Gauss law 2. So that it tells electric field intensity due to uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. It can be told as the lamina also. Plane lamina. This lamina is a very thin sheet. Lamina, if the word is coming plane sheet or the lamina, the sheet is very thin and it is charged. Q amount of charge is given to the lamina, to the plane sheet. So what will be the surface charge density? The surface charge density, sigma is the surface charge density. Sigma equal to surface charge density. This is equal to total charge given to the sheet divided by surface S, or Q equal to how much you are finding? Q equal to sigma S. The total charge given equal to Q equal to sigma S. Sigma is the surface charge density, charge given per unit surface area. So here that actually that plane lamina, infinitely plane lamina is given Q amount of charge. It is distributed uniformly. One thing is coming here that we have to find out, we have to search for the Gaussian surface. That surface should enclose the charged distribution. Means that surface should enclose the charged lamina. Let us consider a Gaussian surface, Gaussian cylinder. That Gaussian cylinder just is enclosing the lamina. You must be thinking how it will enclose it. Suppose the Gaussian cylinder, you just think for a Gaussian cylinder is entering, it is passing through the plane lamina. What will happen? Some portion of the charge will be enclosed by this Gaussian cylinder. Some portion of the charge will be enclosed by the Gaussian cylinder. Then how much flux are linking to that Gaussian cylinder? If you integrate it, that means the Gaussian cylinder will be increased gradually, and the lamina will be kept inside the Gaussian cylinder. So here, what will be the, if you apply the Gauss law here, what is the E vector dot ds vector? Integration, closed integration. If I put it integration, that indicates that the Gaussian cylinder is enclosing the charged lamina. So E vector dot ds vector equal to total charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught, that is equal to sigma s upon epsilon naught. Clear? So our target is to find out the electric field intensity at point P, which is at a distance r from the lamina. So what will be the E vector dot ds vector? Closed integration. So that is equal to E ds plane surface. How many surfaces are enclosing the lamina? So this is one plane surface, this is one plane surface, and this is also one curved surface. The total surface area, if you are dividing the surface areas into three parts, one is the plane, and another is the curve. So what is the flux linked to the first plane surface? First plane surface equal to E vector dot ds vector integration with the plane surface, plus another is the E dot ds plane, second plane. This is the one plane, this is the another plane, and another is the curved surface of the cylinder. So plus E dot ds curved surface, that is equal to sigma s upon epsilon naught. And here finding what happens here, if you just decide a small elementary area ds, the ds vector will be along this direction and E vector also will be in this direction. So E dot ds, E ds cos 0 degree, and another plane it is E ds cos 0 degree, and plus curved surface. How the curved surface is there? The curved surface area is like that ds vector is along this direction and electric field intensity is along this direction, angle is 90 degree. So here in this case you are E ds cos 90 degree, that is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. Next step you are finding E ds cos 0 degree, that is equal to Es, because E ds integration of ds equal to S, so you are finding Es plus this one you are getting Es, that is equal to, we are getting 0, and this is equal to sigma s upon epsilon naught, and that is Es plus Es equal to 2, Es equal to sigma s upon epsilon naught, SS gets cancelled, and you are finding E equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So electric field intensity at a point you are finding E equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. The important thing is there. Now the important part is here, and if the plane sheet is here, on the one side you are finding sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, and other side also. you are finding x sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Is a very important thing is that 2 is constant, epsilon naught is constant, sigma is the surface charge density, that is also constant. Means at every point you can get the electric field intensity same. Here you can get the electric field intensities, it is also electric field intensity, it is also electric field intensity. Everywhere you can get the electric field intensity by same amount, so that we can get the uniform electric field. You can get the uniform electric field on one side of the, on either side of the plane sheet. Suppose if it is a plane sheet, you can get the electric field lines that must be parallel. It doesn't depend upon the distance. Here you can intensity, here you can get intensity, here you can get intensity, equal amount of intensity you can get. So electric field which will be produced on the either side of the plane sheet is uniform, doesn't depend upon the distance, because the formula is telling sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Another thing I would like to tell now, the important thing is that for finite and thick sheet, what will be the condition for that? Suppose it is a thick sheet, thick metallic sheet is charged. So what will happen? The part is that this is the thick sheet. What will happen? So here in this side, from due to this side, you are getting the electric field intensity along this way. That is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. And on this side also you can get the sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. For this side, you can get the electric field intensity sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. And this side also you get the sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So what will happen inside that one? Because 1 sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, and due to this another surface, because charge is being here, so what will happen? This sigma upon 2 epsilon naught is directed right towards right, and this sigma upon 2 epsilon directed towards left. Hence net electric field inside the metal sheet you can get the 0. We can get the 0 electric field intensities. But this, due to this sigma upon 2 epsilon naught is directed along this way, it is passing through the metal sheet. Here in this portion it is getting cancelled, and this sigma upon epsilon naught will be also directed along this side. So net, here you can get the net intensity, here you can get the net intensity, here you can get the net intensity. Due to this side, you can get the sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, and due to this side you can get the sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So that is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So it is clear from the metal sheet, from the thick metal sheet, thick and finite metal sheet, on this side you can get the sigma upon epsilon naught, and on this side also you can get the sigma upon epsilon naught. Here you can get the intensity is 0. I think you must understood what I told you, that for the thick metal sheet, in electric field intensity on either side of the metal sheet will be sigma upon epsilon naught. But a very thin, infinitely plane sheet, metal sheet, the sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. In the same manner also, if the two different metal sheets are here, suppose one metal sheet is here, density, surface charge density equal to sigma 1, and another metal sheet is here, the density is sigma 2. What will be the electric field intensity? This portion, this portion, this portion. So what will be the electric field intensity here? So in this case you are getting, from due to this you are getting sigma 1 upon 2 epsilon naught. Clear? And due to this metal sheet, it will be directed along this way. You can getting sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught, and the net intensity E will be equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught plus sigma 2 and sigma 1 upon epsilon, sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. So that is equal to 1 upon 2 epsilon naught, sigma 1 plus sigma 2 intensities. And here on this side also you are finding the same manner. That is 1 upon 2 epsilon naught sigma 1 plus sigma 2. In that manner, from this side the intensity will be directed towards left, and that side also will be getting the intensity directed towards right. But in between the region you are getting the, here in this case you are finding the intensity sigma 1 upon 2 epsilon naught, and due to this you are getting sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. Both are directly oppositely, magnitude is not equal but directed oppositely, so automatically net intensity in this case the net intensity you can get it as the sigma 1 minus sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. If the sigma 1 will be equal to the sigma 2, so net intensity will be 0. If the two different thin metal sheets are separated by certain distance, but in case of the single metal sheet, thick metal sheet, so inside the metal sheet, inside the sheet, you will be getting the net electric field intensity is 0. Students, please be careful for that one. For the thin metal sheet, thick metal sheet, and the two thin metal sheets are kept near each other. In all the cases, the electric field intensities can be calculated in different manner. I will give you some numericals to solve all these problems. Thank you.